One of the best ways to probably start your week is to start your week with things you plan to achieve by the end of the week. One of the best ways to start your week is to actually start your week with things that you probably going to be thinking about or talking about or doing during the week. One of the best ways um, to start your week is actually to get ahead of time and get information that can help you make certain decisions along the way while you go about your things. One of the things the way it will hit you hard today and it will drag that pain into the future is if your finances are not straight. It's if you're making bad financial decisions. It's if you are doing things but not actually investing in things that you're supposed to invest in. A good reason why every Monday and Thursday we decided to do 30 minutes, what $1 million with this wonderful person. This person who is giving a lot to our community. This person who is investing a lot into our community. I'll bring it in, and when I bring it in, I know it will do. Na shout, na clap, na all kind stuff. Boss, welcome. Good morning, boss.
Good morning, Toride. Good morning, everyone. Excited to be here. Monday, the beginning of the week. Excitement. Let's get going.
Did you hit record already?
Um, give me a minute. Let me hit my record.
Okay, go
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah, so man, I think one other thing I'm learning from actually talking to him every day is building that consistent mentality. People like him are not successful by chance. People like him are not just successful because they wake up one day and then they are just successful. No, it is work they put in, it is work they do every now and then. It is them being consistent. And because we decided to do this segment twice a week, which means 8 times a month, guess what? I am bent. I am supposed to try everything possible to not only do the segment but be there on time. And that's how it's building that mentality, that world mentality also in me. And you see, I did drag and go for many other things of my life. Boss, again, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Excited. Always excited to be here. And on Monday, it's another Monday. Exciting times. Let's get going.
Who's I want to start? Okay, first of all, I open the show with why it's important for us to always jumpstart not only your day but your week, especially a Monday like this. Talking to persons like you, talking to persons who can pour into our lives positively. I don't know. I get my own way why they look at, but I want to hear from you. What do you think? Why is it important for individuals to always make sure the way they pay attention to the way they start their day?
Because I mean, to answer that question, the way you start your day is going to determine how your day goes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at the Bible. God created the world with a word.
Mm-hmm.
It's a thought.
Mm-hmm.
When you start thinking the right way, God thought about us and we were created. God decided to think and create the world. When you start thinking, that's the way it's going to be. If you have a bad morning, you want to kick it away,
Mm-hmm.
especially on a Monday. A Monday has to be an exciting morning for you.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because it's going to determine how the rest of the day is going. It's
Mm-hmm.
going to determine how you react to the
Mm-hmm.
to the rest of your activities. Remember, everything starts here. It's a mindset game. It
Yeah.
starts here. I mean, it is said that if you can use just an inch of what you have in your brain, you'll
Yeah.
be able to move the world. The
Wow.
Bible says that if you can basically, if you can believe to the level of a mustard seed, you tell the mountains to move and they will move. It's a
Wow.
mindset. So the way you think is going to determine the way you act. So if you think negative, you're going to act negative.
Negative.
I mean, it's going to go, people are going to feel it. Every person you talk to is going to feel it. So
Wow.
the way you think determines the way you act.
Wow.
Thought, then act. Then
Wow.
after you act that way, the next thing is that you start consistently acting in that way. It becomes a habit for you.
Wow.
It becomes your habit.
Wow.
Because basically, And when you have continuous habit of doing the same thing, it becomes your character. People associate you with that. It becomes your character. Your
Wow.
character has to be a winning character rather than a kind of a dull, losing character. Because you think that way, you think losing, you're going to lose. So it's
Yeah.
a mindset game. You want to be focused on those things that are making you meet your objectives,
I, I,
especially on a Monday.
I agree 100% with you about the whole mindset game thing
Yes,
because a few years ago, before I met people like you and other people that I work with, I was an average thinker. I came from a place where we do not really have anything. So you get to America or you get to some level where you work your small money and then you calculate out how much you're making in Cameroon. You're like, man, at the end more money than the minister, and so you just feel like, hey, I don't need to bother myself, but I will confess that in the last years, especially in the last months, with the conversations I've had with people like you and many others, I realized, hey, if you start think about billions, if you fail, you settle for million.
yes.
But if you only continue to think about hundreds, when you want fail, you probably end on now penny. So that mindset, especially, I remember the day one of the meetings we had in your office, and you were on the phone. So we say, I be the eavesdrop, I be there for that. No way, no be there for cover my ear. And then I hear how much the person you were consulting was paying you for an hour. I turn and look my own pay hour. I say, no, 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 I have to do something about it.
I
Just need
mean,
to make all this
uh,
money for 1 hour, and then me, wait till I make up for 1 hour. You want to talk something?
I want to tell you, say, Sako, you know what?
Mm-mm.
The way you think about yourself is the way you're going to sell yourself.
That's true.
It is so important. The
That's
way
true.
you think about the value you're giving to somebody, you're going to sell that way.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think the same thing that some of us give it for $10, it's probably the same thing that another guy is giving for $100,000.
Very true.
It's a mindset. If you
Yeah.
are, I mean, you've heard this saying that if you move around with 10 millionaires, you with 5 millionaires, you're going to be the sixth.
Six.
If you move around with 5 broke people, you are going to be the fifth.
Yeah.
You're going to be the sixth.
Six.
It's not about actual moving. It's not
Yeah.
how you're moving with those people.
Yeah.
It's if you think like
Yeah.
a broke person, you're going to be a broke person. That's what it
Mm.
means.
That's true.
If you think like a wealthy person, you'll be a wealthy person. Let me
Yeah.
tell you something. I'm going to give you something. Today, I had this meeting. I have meetings every day with my team. Morning,
Mhm.
9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, we have a meeting. And that's every day. We don't miss it. Because that's the way I think. That's the way we basically get our people to start thinking, having a culture. You
Mhm.
want to build that culture where people are thinking the way your vision is. They are seeing your vision and they are seeing you build that vision on a daily basis. So we
Yeah.
have these meetings of a 1 hour every day. And today we're talking about marketing. And it so happens that we just got into a marketing deal with a company, and that is just to do one event. One
Mhm.
event. And that event is costing $100,000+,
Mm.
$130,000. I'm talking
Mm.
very small firm. We're not a big firm. It's just to attend one event. It's costing us $130,000. Guess what? When I say that, I'm not saying that to say that we're doing this.
Mhm.
We don't have the money. The money is going to appear. We know the money is going to come through one way or the other. But it
Mhm.
has a mindset that you think. If
Mhm.
you think that that event is worth $1 million, then you should be
Yeah.
ready to put in what it takes to get into that event.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 30 minutes participation in an event. It's going to cost $130,000.
Hmm.
Is it worth it? Many people will say no, no, but I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
I
And just
think
like
it's worth it. And you know
just like
about what I'm talking about. You know
yeah,
what I'm talking.
yeah,
Yes,
just like you said, it's a mindset thing. If you take that idea now to somebody with a smaller mindset, they'll start
it's
telling
crazy.
you how, oh, no, 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 that kind of money,
Yes.
go buy land for a corner, go buy.
Somebody
Whereas
told me that is a mansion in somewhere
yeah,
immediately.
whereas if you
Yes.
take that same idea to some other person, they'll be like, oh, only 130,000. Can you even
Exactly.
show me a
Okay, I'm
way?
I'm on another platform,
Yep.
and that is the mindset. They said yes, that is it. But they are looking at it, and people are ready to
Yeah.
put in $500,000 into
Yeah.
a 30 minutes. Into a
Wow.
30 minutes.
Boss, I want to ask you another question, which is something I've noticed about you. Now you say we need for think. Yeah, for think it's possible. We all think most of the times, but the challenge really been now for execute. What to be the difference between persons the way they think and then they execute, and people that like you were almost everything when I think when I execute.
I mean, I mean, it comes from, again, like a habit. Yeah, the things that you do. There are so many people in our community who think that coming on time, that you can maybe. There are some people who think that you can come 5 minutes late is okay. And when you start thinking coming 5 minutes late is okay, then
You're
you're already
campaigning.
missing the game. There are
Yeah.
some people who think that you can come in for something 3 minutes late, 4 minutes late, or I was only there 5 minutes late. But when you play in a certain category in any place in the world, time
Mm-hmm.
becomes so important. You're dealing with people whose time is everything.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot you cannot train, you cannot even think about coming there 1 minute late. You have to be there 15 minutes and get ready for the meeting, because it tells you how much consideration you have for that event.
Mm-hmm.
And when you are dealing with things that, for example, I paid 30 minutes, you paid 30 minutes to attend an event for 130,000 K, 130K. That event is everything. You go there 30 minutes late, get what? You've lost that money. It's gone. You've lost it. That's the only reason you paid for it. And then
Mm-hmm.
you're there 1 minute late. You're there 5 minutes late. So basically, execution has to be. I just said something here. I'm learning. I'm not coming here to say I'm a superstar in what I'm doing. That's why I have a mentor. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I talk to a mentor.
Mm-hmm.
That when you start thinking about executing, it is part of a whole game. If you do everything and you don't execute, you didn't do nothing.
Very true.
It did not take place.
Yeah.
And executing means, number one, you have to be conscious of time, because time is the only thing I sell.
Mm-hmm.
It is the only thing that makes my family tick. And for me, every day that passes, I have to come back and look at what's happening. That's why we have meetings every day. We're looking
Mm-hmm.
at those meetings. We're looking at every budget and saying, what has happened here? Why did we not do this? Why did we not achieve? We were supposed to do this yesterday. Have we done this? I mean, it is crazy. That is why execution is just a function of a mindset. It's
Mm-hmm.
how you train, how you go about your things, how you think about winning. When you think about winning, you don't sleep. You wake up, you jump in the morning, and you're already thinking about what you're going to do hour. I mean, the only thing I sell is time. And I have to execute everything. If you look at my team, I talk about me, but I talk about what my mentors tell me. The
Mm-hmm.
only thing I sell is time. I work for over 26 years doing the same thing.
Wow. Boss, you don't mention team already more than 15 times for this 10 minutes so don't talk. Why is it
Yes.
important? Why is team important? You
Team is
already
everything.
there for some level way. Most people will just be like, you know what, I do the little I can do, just do my consulting and do whatever I can do, get whatever, and just live my life. Why did you think a team? Because I know you have a team between 10 to 20 or 30% as of
Yes.
now. Why do
Yes.
you think it was necessary for you to put in place a team, and you work with them, and not only working with them, but almost every day you have a meeting with them?
Yes. The team is everything. You're nothing without a team. I mean, if you want to build a solo business, it's like creating a business and you're doing the same thing. What can I do? What am I able to do in a day? I only have 8 hours or 8 to 10 hours to work in a day, or maybe maximum 12 hours to work in a day. If I do what I can do at the maximum level, I will make a certain number, and that will be my capacity. That will be
Mhm,
my capacity. You can't change the world by working alone. You can't
mhm,
change a people. You can't change a community by working alone. You
mhm.
can only change a community by working as a team. They tell you that there is this thing called synergy.
Yeah.
There is this synergy, which means that 1 plus 1 in a team, 1 plus 1 is not equal to 2, it's equal to 3. 1 plus 1 equals 3. It means that if you add two Charleses and they are doing things, if at their maximum capacity, they are going to produce 3 Charleses, at least value for 3 Charleses.
Mm,
What does that mean? So now, if you add 10 Charleses, You're going to have value for 30. There's always that synergistic effect. So you only build, you cannot build alone. Let me tell you. And I say this all the time to my team members. I tell everybody in our communities, we've stayed behind because of that value of people want to grow alone. You have an idea, it starts making value for you, and all you see is that you are the guy who's making it. Let me tell you, if you look at, we talk a lot about the wealthy people here. We talk about Elon Musk. He's the wealthiest person on planet Earth. Is he working alone? No. He only owns 23% of Tesla, only 23%. That
Mm.
makes him the wealthiest person. And look at this guy, the
Jeff
guy
Bezos.
for Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos has 14%, 14% of Amazon.
Amazon.
And when he started Amazon, his idea was about creating a bookshelf or something that would be selling books across the globe. Now it became, how did it develop to become this? Is because of a thinking team. When
Mhm.
you go to a team, all you want to do is to throw the vision out there, and you get the smartest people in your team. It
Wow.
is so important. I tell my team that I need people who are far more smart than I am. I don't want to be
Yeah.
the smart guy. I want the smartest people so that people don't need me.
Mhm.
When everybody who is a client wants to talk to you, it means that you are the smartest guy in the team
In the
and you
team,
can't
yeah.
grow. It means you can't grow.
True.
Everybody who comes to my platform wants to talk to Charles Njoya. It's a problem. It's a problem. But if everybody comes to my team and then once they speak to Comfort over there, they are so excited they're done. Guess
Mm.
what? It means that we can multiply by 20. By
Wow.
20. So it takes training the team. Everything you know, you have to push it to the team. And then when you create a team, it's about throwing a vision to them and knowing that you have the best people in the room. They are going to take that vision and then craft it because they are smarter than you are.
Yeah.
You're just a leader. But if you're that guy who is the guy who is Mr. Everything, you don't want to give anything out, you're done. Because at some point in every organization, people are going to leave.
Yeah.
People are going to grow. And if your vision, the only way a person stays with you as an employee is because your vision is bigger than that person's. If your vision becomes smaller than that person, you cannot contain him. He's
Yeah.
gone. He's gone. So you have to give them the platform to play. You take the smartest people in the room and give them the platform to play. You find yourself and then you give them because they are making value for you. When people create value, what do you give them? You give them estate, you give them part of the stake that you're having. Because
Yeah.
1 + 1 = 3, 1 + 1 = 5, if you
Mhm.
have the right people. So you're only going to get wealthier if you bring the best people around you to do the thing and get a bigger cake to share.
Wow.
That's what
Boss,
wealth.
I really like what you just come up with talk now. Explains why, because sometimes I used to sit and I wonder, okay, why be same Elon Musk? You already get these other companies there, they be successful. Can you just end there? Can you just stop there? But then you realize say they only go again for more. They want to do bigger because the people they get around them as a team, you get for give them a reason for realize say, hey, in them will end, we have bigger things that are coming. So you want to continue stay and work with me. Wow.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So the only way I just told you that if the guy who is under you has a vision that you cannot contain his vision, he cannot stay with you. You
Yeah.
cannot contain his vision.
That's true.
Your vision has to be bigger. Because
Wow.
the bigger the vision, then the guy can stay because his vision is contained inside that vision.
But you know
If
what
you
you
get
don't
small
do?
vision, you cannot contain people. Yes.
You just reminded me because for some time I've been trying to recruit and keep people, but
Yeah.
guess what? They come in and they leave. They come in and
Yeah.
they leave. And instead of me for realizing, I never present a vision for them where it make them feel like, hey, I need to
Excited.
stick with this guy until the end because now me I go benefit. I don't instead present ideas for the way it make them feel like they like waste my time for you. It then I go
Absolutely.
find something big. That's true.
Absolutely.
That's true.
Vision. Every time a person, any normal person will come for you, your vision small pass you when he's going. He cannot stay with you because he has bigger vision.
Wow.
No man will get time for spend. People come. The only way you working with me is because you see I don't shy to
Yeah,
tell you
very true.
and you can see every day what I'm doing to get there.
Yeah.
Every day I'm showing that I'm going there. Every day we're doing it.
Yep.
But if you came to me and I told you, oh, I just have a small firm, we're doing that, and then we're preparing taxes, the second time you will not come to my office.
No, what you're saying, boss, is true. So many people they call me and even answer. Come like, nah, I know get me. Okay, you talked already about the team, and one of the things you mentioned in the morning, a lot
Yes.
also na mentor, and then I'm starting to think like, okay, you are already there, you're a boss, have all these employees, the money, you like you there, you find extremely smart and things like that. But then you just talk about mentor. What did it happen? What is the role of a
It's
mentor? Why
crazy
you
if
still
you
think
don't
it be
think, if
necessary?
you if you start thinking that you know, then you're done. If you start to think, say, I'm the guy, I'm the king, I know something, I'm done. When I come here to talk, I always tell you people that it's not, I don't teach people. I share what I have. I know that there's a lot of people out there who may have more than me. And I tell people, let's debate. That's the
Mm-hmm.
way we grow. When you start thinking that you know it all, you are the big guy, you're done because you cannot scale.
Hmm.
Every time, let me tell you about mentorship. Mentorship is one of the biggest cost on my platform. I
Wow.
need a mentor who knows what I do, who understands the game, and who can help me carry me to where I want to go. It is so important. It is critical.
Hmm.
Actually, critical. I am meeting after this meeting. I'm meeting with my mentor to talk about my upcoming events, to talk about how we're planning things to happen. We know exactly where we want to go and how we want to get there.
Hmm.
And there are certain things before I know it, your mentor is not your mentor forever. He's your mentor to take you to a certain stage. And then once your vision becomes bigger than him, you're running away. Just like I said.
Yeah.
He will be your mentor for a particular time. And after a certain time, it doesn't mean that your mentor must be more than you, must be the guy. He must be I mean, there are times that you go past your mentor because you
Yeah.
get the mentee has become more than the mentor.
Yeah.
And then you look for a bigger mentor, somebody who can give you that value that you're looking for, that thing that you don't have from this other person. That's why mentorship is so important. It's not the same mentor that you have this year that you have next year that you have the year after. You're looking for people that can help you in those areas that you're weak, and people that can help you in those things. It must not be that the person is making far more money than you, but he has some expertise in that area that you're weak at. That's why you need his mentorship. But
This book,
again, the game about working with somebody is about the vision. If the person's vision cannot contain you, you cannot work with the person.
boss, I think this brings us to the whole concept of serving persons, especially in certain communities. And if we look at probably the wealthiest communities we have, especially in Africa, which are the Igbos in Nigeria, and for Cameroon, get the Bamilikis, they get a culture of take small picking, put you under you the training for business. That's mentorship, right?
Absolutely.
Training for
Ah,
business, and then before you know, a patron your own can calendar for Boya,
yeah,
the PQA trainer your own can calendar for Limbe, and I saw
yeah,
all them they grew.
yes. I
Wow.
mean, when you look even, there are some mentors who will tell you that there are some guys who will tell you that my mentor is this guy, or my father is this guy. And you
Mhm.
look at the guy is almost smaller than him, but it's a guy with a big vision. He
Yeah.
was able to basically translate something into that guy that he took and exploded with.
Wow.
So that's why I say in this game, it's about the vision. You have to show people the right vision, and you have to have mentees as well.
Mhm.
You cannot be growing alone without growing with a team.
Hmm.
Not only is it your team, but you have to grow with your community as well. If you
Mhm.
are the only eye in a community, you are the only man who has a big house inside New Bell or inside one of those quartiers. You before you know it, they will pull you
Yeah.
down and destroy you.
Yeah.
They will destroy you because everybody is looking at you, and as long as you don't share the cake with them, you're
Mhm.
in trouble. That's why you
Mhm.
see some people, they build houses, the fence is taller than their homes, you cannot see
Hmm.
anywhere, and yet you still hear that they've come and aggressed them and broken their homes.
Mhm.
Why? Because somehow the community in which they live with, they have outgrown the community. They have to grow with that community. So that people in that community, that's why somebody was, I mean, you would say this. If you are in a place and you're thinking that these people are dangerous to me, either you are not there because they are not the type of people you stay with, or if you stay there, you have to leave them up. You have to leave them up. If you
Hmm.
don't leave them up, they're the ones who will kill you. They will kill you. So it's all about you think about what you want to do. And always, people, you talked about something that people are always looking up. You're looking up because you have the more you can achieve, the more responsibilities you have. The more you achieve, the more responsibilities you have. It's never done. It's not only about your family. It's not only about your keep making billions of dollars and things like that, or making this or making that. It's about how are you moving your community, changing your community. And community doesn't aim to your village. If
Mhm.
you have done it for your village, then that's for your home. And people are okay, you start moving out. That's how you move. You keep moving the goalpost
Mhm.
because you are seen as a leader to lead people, to guide people
Mhm.
to something, to start winning. So every time you look at what you're doing, there is still a lot that you could do better. That's why people keep going.
Boss, I have one concern.
Yes.
We have a community of extremely smart people. We have a community of people who I feel like are paying attention to what is happening within our community and even around the world. But I feel like we still have the challenge of picking or selecting or identifying individuals who are really for our community, who really wants to help us, who really wants to, who are actually, some of them are actually already doing the work. What advice or what are some of the things you think people should start paying attention to so they can easily pick out or identify those people who are not only there to provide certain things to the community because they want to gain, but people who are genuinely looking to help our community? How do we identify these persons?
I mean, there are so many ways. I mean, what is your game? What is your when you want to assess people? There are so many things you can do.
Mhm.
That's for sure. That's why we have assessment parameters when you want to achieve any particular thing. You have
Mhm.
assessment parameters, but the first thing you're looking for is it depends on what. If I'm looking for somebody to hire in my company, I'm not looking for somebody because that person has a bad mindset of helping his own community. That's not my goal. My
Mhm.
goal is looking for the best person who can add value to my business, who can add value to my vision. That's my
Mhm.
goal. And I set targets to in order for him to meet that goal.
Mhm.
Now, if I'm out there as I'm doing my own work, the company has what we call corporate social responsibilities.
Mhm.
And in within that framework of corporate social responsibilities, and I want to look for people who can carry our um what do you call our gifting, our
Mhm.
charitable cause. Somebody
Mhm.
who wants to carry our charitable cause. I start looking for the organizations or people who are in the community who are impacting the community. That goal will be different. So when I
Mhm.
look at those people who are impacting the community, those are the people through whom I'll channel all my charity cause through those people. And there's a
Mhm.
whole different set ball rules that I look for when I'm looking for those people. That's what many people do. When America wants, if you're sitting here and you want to do something in, say, in Cameroon, you're looking for the best organization or the best individuals who are impacting the community. Now the rules are all different. You're going to look for that based on the values that you want to do, which is more about charity. I don't want to give something to somebody who is only taking it for himself and he's not helping people. That's why I
Yeah.
start asking people that to show me what you've done. What are
Yeah.
the things you've done in the community? How are
Yeah.
the things? But when I start hiring somebody, my role is not asking him what he's done in his community. I'm
Yeah.
trying to know what best can he do for my company to
Yeah.
get to where we want to go, and how does he buy into the vision that I'm sending out there. If
Mhm.
you can buy into my vision, then let's do it. Then now we start going as we go along. You start looking for all other alternatives. That's why I say there are two ways of looking at it depending on what you want to achieve. Yes.
Okay. Guys, thank you now very much for those who they watch. I see my brother Ngale, my boss Ngale. I see Ayok. Guys, go ahead and if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, now boss. Wait. Yeah, na boss, he contact that na boss, he phone number that company,
No.
company phone number that you can reach out. You can call if you're in the United States. You can call. You can text. I don't know if this number is on WhatsApp, but I think if you go to www.chnadvisors, you will get their emails. You will get contacts. You'll get anything you want to reach out to them. Very important. I don't know if I noticed, but this was I was just asking questions that can actually help you and me know how to build. If we are going to build a company or something, you understand how to structure yourself a little bit. As in, okay, what are some of the things you need to start doing? Because like two or three people ask me, okay, hey, we want to know how to start, how to run, how to do. I don't know. I don't really want to go into details. I really want me present that with that simple conversational way, which was what actually happened. If you get time, watch this video again. Not only watch the video for watch the video. And remember, this video is not just about a specific business. It's about you. It's about your own self. How to train yourself. How to build relationship. How for go look at the question in the water and go pay
Yeah.
attention to all the questions we're asking and the answers them. It will actually help you become a better person, not just as an entrepreneur, but to our community. We don't talk about a lot of things that we even me. I'm like, and I think that I don't hear for me again and again and again and again. But one of the things that I always try to do now, make sure I go back to his videos and watch. There's just something I've noticed every time you go and watch somebody, especially like him, talk for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. There's one new thing that you pick. You come back the next day, next 3 days, you watch the same video. There's one new thing that you understand. You watch three or four other of the videos, them. You realize this on certain things that go connect. Something they go talk and for year, something they go talk and for this, something they go talk and for the third video. You oh, okay. Now I understand you one better because of this two way we talk and for you, or the example we began for the other side. That's the reason why we need to pay attention to people like him. We need to follow. Mentorship is big. Look at the richest communities that we have around Africa. They get a mentorship mentality. Look at even China, where it emerged now as the dominant economy. They get a mentorship mindset where you don't only try to grow, but as you try to grow, you make sure so you hold people their hand, they bring her for up, while you don't say your own hand for up to other man to hold your hand, the dragon for up. That is just exactly what we've been talking for the last 30 minutes. It's very,
If
very yes. Go ahead,
if
boss.
I may, there is one thing that I tell people all the time, and I try to do it within where we work, within our own company. I tell people one thing: if you are working for me, or you're working for any business that I am involved in, the first thing you must do is that you must train somebody. I don't want, if you are working and you don't have somebody who you are training, or you are not giving any value, if you're not training anybody, you are a risk to me. You are a
Mhm.
risk to the
Mm.
that is so important. That is the concept of mentorship.
Yeah.
I mean, the only way we're going to multiply as a company is because everybody here is a leader, and you lead people. You lead people.
Mhm.
If we remain on having everybody, just we have 1 2 3 4 5 people who are working for us, or maybe 10 people who are the best people who are working for us, then what happens to the growth of the company? We are stalled. We cannot
Yeah.
grow.
Yeah.
You cannot grow. That is also the same for your community. It's
Mhm.
the same for your village, your city, your town, or even the country, the
Mhm.
continent.
Mhm.
That is the same mindset. If you are working anywhere, and for 1 year you are the person working there, for 2 years you are the person working there, you don't have anybody who's working under you, you
That's
are not
enough. Yeah.
mentoring, you run away from that place, you're dying. You're killing because you are killing, and the person who is like the leader of that company is killing the company. He doesn't have any vision. That's why
Mhm.
I say vision is so important. You cannot, a big vision cannot work under a small vision. It doesn't work. You cannot.
Wow.
Vision is the only thing. And if you don't have that vision of building, you're useless. You're useless. I'm telling you, the day you stop thinking, you're just talking about Elon Musk. Why are they keep thinking about bigger things? The day you stop thinking is the day you die.
Yeah.
It's the day you die. The day you stop thinking. I hear a lot of people, I want to take my retirement. But the smart people, they take retirement, they're never on retirement
Yeah.
because they keep thinking.
Yeah.
Now, if you take retirement, I don't want to do this thing again. He goes now, he has a big charity, he's just putting money there and working all over the place. That is how you build. You keep thinking, how do I make the world a better place? If you come to this world and you leave this world the same the way you came, you're useless to the world. You want
Yeah.
to add value. God created us, and on day 7, when he created us, what happened to him? He rested because man had to take over from the things that God is doing. That's the reason God rested.
Yeah.
After man, God did not create anything again. So he left it for man to create.
Wow.
So you cannot leave the world the same way you had it. Every day, every year, you have to do something. Change the community in which you are. Do something that adds value. You only stop thinking. Stop thinking the day you die. That's it.
Wow. Boss, thank you very, very much. We're already over 35 minutes. It feels like we can just go on and on and on and on. But again, thank you very much. I think so we'll see you on Thursday
Thank you, brother.
for another conversation. We will continue for except you get any final words. Yeah,
No,
you can go ahead.
I don't. I know. I mean, the only thing why I tell people all the time is that we are, wherever we are there to win. Winning is a mindset, and thinking big is a mindset. Thinking low is a mindset.
Wow.
Everything that, I mean, most people think that their failure is because of someone else. Many people. You take your failure and you associate it to somebody. Nobody is responsible for your failure.
Mhm.
Nobody is responsible for your success. You have everything in your hands.
Very true.
Everything is in your hands. If you fail, don't attribute it to anybody, attribute it to yourself. Because you didn't think big enough. You didn't act big enough. You wake up in the morning, you start thinking, what am I going to do to make this day valuable for me? Add value to the community. And if you cannot think of anything, or the day ends and you cannot tell yourself that I did this, then you have to rethink, because you're missing it. You're gradually missing it. Time is the only thing we have. And it is so limited that we have to make the most use of it at any point in time.
Wow.
Thank you, guys. Yes.
Boss, thank you very, very much, man. Go and continue your day. We'll maybe talk again for background later. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Wow. This was some conversation. This was some talk. That's the reason why we have people like him on here. And when I hear him talk, and I turn around and I look, okay, I correct my errors, I correct my this, I correct my that. Would it make grow? Would it make steps ahead? Um, it's just a blessing. It's just a blessing. Like I said, every time when I don't know if you understand how much he's sharing, and if you understand how many people he's blessing, not find me like when I walk into some place and then someone comes to me and say, oh, I watch your video with Charles Njoya, and man, that guy is loaded. And hey, can you guys do this 2-3 times a week? Can you guys do this more often? Can I give you my questions for me? I said, no, go to their website. They have a website that is running. They have people who are ready to answer your questions, whether you call, whether you email, whether you just go there and get that interaction with them. That is what we are encouraging. Also tell people about him. It's difficult for see person like the one we did for level we did, but then it invest everything for we community for see we community better. The only way me I feel so feel supported, the only way me I feel say if we encourage them for continue to do more, him and many others, we the invest for the community. Now for we for make sure say would they watch their videos, would they share their videos, would they comment their videos, would they do the things that would make them feel like okay, the resources would put down for inside this project is actually yielding fruits. It is yield fruits already, but we can do more. Now, why may it take us 200 years for build to 1 billion? It means our own generation no go enjoy them. No, people like this already put in place plan way. If we full on for 6 months, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, it could transform our community completely. Now it will make us be able to be a far more better foundation for the people that will come after we. We'll put our hands together, we'll put our minds together, we'll put our everything together, follow the right people, and continue to do the right things. And the small story that we I began for today.